Like 280 pair of glasses, so it's been a
really great thing.
Hey guys, this is Von Miller, Denver Broncos. We're here at the NFL draft here at Grand Park.
I've been wearing glasses my whole entire life since I was in second grade, so I can relate to all of these kids.
I wear glasses too. I don't look as good as Von Miller does, so I fake it with the contacts, but that's really great you're doing that, man. Thank you so much for that again. It's now time to bring out our second guest onto the stage as well, someone that certainly Chicago fans
Von Miller.
Very familiar with.
Von Miller plays for the Denver Broncos.
Running back at Michigan State, had a fantastic career. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Langford.
All right, now they're calling out Jeremy Langford. He's a Chicago Bear running back. He's going to be their starting running back this year. No, Von Miller, who was just being interviewed, he plays for the Denver Broncos. Great linebacker, one of the best players in the NFL. Now we have our starting running back here, Jeremy Langford.
For you getting to experience the NFL draft here in the city where you play for the Chicago Bears?
It's fun. You see how Chicago come alive, man. Just Chicago
second or third year, yeah.
So it comes alive right now. I'm just glad to be here and truly blessed to be here.
There's a lot of people that understand you're Forte who already. How quickly people forget. Sweetness, Walter Payton, Gale Sayers. Forte who? Well, that's because you got Jeremy Langford right now, who got off to a great start last year in the rookie campaign.
We'll see, actually, maybe.
I want to show everybody a video of Jeremy Langford in college. Of course, I work for ESPN covering college football, and I was lucky enough to get to cover Jeremy during his career with the Spartans. This guy was an absolute beast. There are a lot of people in the NFL that sometimes turn on Sundays that weren't familiar with what this guy was doing on Saturdays. We've got a highlight tape that I want to dial up for everybody here showing what he used to do for the Spartans.
Rip it in motion. They'll give it straight ahead. Langford! Still running it!
That's not Tim Tebow. That's Palmer from ESPN.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU.
It's Langford. That's right. Breaks a tackle. Langford the secondary. Down inside the 10 down to the end zone.
Here's a handoff on first down to Jeremy Langford. Running off that tackle. Jeremy's inside the 15, the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Number 33 dances for 33, and the Spartans score. Touchdown, MSU.
Going heavy package here in short yardage, and they get the first down and one.
Hey, Rebecca.
Inside the 20-yard line.
Debbie, I'll be here.
Just gotta stretch it. Man, it is very, very seldom you get to see a running back as big as he is, with that sort of short area quickness and his speed as well. I read that you were clocked at sub 4.5 in the 40. Yeah, I read 4.49. Is that high?
At the combine, I ran a 4.42.
4.42 at the combine.
At the combine,
that is unbelievable. I guess when you were take us back to your draft process. You got
Actually, I'll do the best
the regular
I can.
season in the bowl game, and he had a monster bowl game, by the way, in the Cotton Bowl against Baylor. How many yards?
Close to like 179.
So you had 3 TDs. Yeah, which is always good to have one of your best games right before you go in. But how was your confidence coming out compared to the other backs in the class, and how you felt you'd fare for draft weekend?
Playing for Michigan State, that we play a pro-style offense, and we do a lot of simple things that the NFL do. So coming on that system,
yes, you can, Ashley.
Those plays and learning that play.
Hey, Dr. Angela.
I was confident about that part. At Michigan State, I played receiver, so running routes and all that stuff. I was confident about all that. So to really just come out of that offense has really helped me out a lot.
What was the process like for you throughout the entire? Yvonne and I were talking earlier. There's all-star games, there's combines, there's pro days, personal training. What sort of things did you do to get ready?
The process is like a year straight, a year long. And after the end of the season, you go train, and then you play in the
James Langford,
Senior Bowl, and then
he's Bears starting running back this year.
And after the draft, you go straight back into another year of football. So that process was crazy, but it just
just got here.
Have fun with, but it's great to be in that position.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting, guys.
So you and I are part of a fraternity. Jeremy and I are both drafted in the 4th round. It's a fraternity. Although he went way before I did. He went 106, I went 125 to the Giants. Take us through on draft day. Where were you? Who'd you spend it with? What do you remember about when you got that phone call and that moment happened for you?
The first day it has a whole lot of family members come over, we barbecue, and I had a lot of people
so
over.
the player speaking in the middle, that's James Langford, Chicago Bears starting running back.
Immediate family. They all came over. We still barbecue.
Guy to his right is Palmer, ESPN analyst, and then at the end it's Von Miller.
Called me. It was early on that day, so nobody was really at my house yet.
So
it just really my mom, my dad,
New Orleans Saints,
brother,
no New Orleans Saints.
I was outside playing basketball with my little brother. Because I was kind of frustrated from watching the draft, so I was outside just trying to relieve me. Then I got the Illinois phone call, and it just couldn't believe Chicago at all teams. I was calling the Chicago Bears called me. It was just a truly
blessing. Debbie.
And that was like a dream come true that day.
Did you get?
Yeah,
like,
these players look
really
normal.
Neat thing that happens on draft day sometimes as a player.
I could take
literally what we do is we sit around staring at the phone. You were just waiting for a general manager or someone to call you, tell you you've been drafted. Sometimes you'll have your boys, whether it's your teammates or any of your buddies, want to just call you and wish you luck. Phone starts blowing up. You pick it up. You're all excited. You run over. Everybody in the house. Shh. Gets quiet. They're all waiting to see. That never happened. That happened to me like 3 times. And they were my teammates on the Gators. I wanted to kill these guys. Anything like that ever happened to you?
I got a couple text messages, and then when my phone vibrates, it vibrates, and I look at it, and everybody looking at me like, is that it? Is that it?
It'll be on ESPN,
not
actually.
Not yet. And then I finally got the phone call. My mom and dad were just looking at me like,
nice,
they looking at me so I could give them a look.
Yes,
and then I kind of like,
that's right. He
like
was on The Bachelor.
A little bit. Then I see my mom up tearing up. They're like, okay, now that's the phone call. Now we feel a lot better. Now we can get our day started. So it was crazy.
This is such a great weekend for so many college players. A lot of them are here in Chicago. They're going to hear their name called tonight. Millions of dollars on the horizon, an NFL future, and it's awesome. And then you guys remember, you get into mini camp, you kind of meet everybody. You got a lot of cameras in your face. You go through that, and it's awesome. And then you're practicing, and you start finding your apartment or your house. Maybe you buy a new ride, and it's awesome. What's not awesome is rookie initiation. And what happens sometimes, it's not like the singing or the dancing, but it's when the vets take the rookie out, and the rookie's got to pay for it.
Yeah, Debbie, Palmer was on The Bachelor.
We don't do that. We don't do that.
You don't do that anymore?
No, we don't do that at Denver Broncos. But it is initiation type, but we don't get it done, at dinner. That's like, that's like 10. That's like a long weekend.
Yeah, like when I played. Yeah, I got my feelings hurt on that.
And me personally, I want to do something that we all can be a part of. So the rookies, I want them to have fun with it too. I don't want them to feel like, oh man, I just spent all this money for no reason. So we come up with stuff that we all can do, that we all have fun with.
He was on The Bachelor and in the NFL. Probably both.
I had to take them out to eat. The running backs, quarterbacks, and a couple offensive linemen.
Whoa, wait. It's supposed to only be your position group. It's only supposed to be, like for you, tailbacks, maybe fullbacks are allowed to come out. You're saying Jay Cutler had to go?
Yeah, they were there. You know what they had to be there.
Jay Cutler,
You're probably right after.
Jay Cutler didn't.
See, it was only 4. It's like 4 or 5 running backs. So I guess Matt seemed like it wasn't enough people. So he invited
Langford's gonna be great.
And offensive line.
And like the veteran.
Dude, that's the worst.
So they had a good time. Like I said,
Where did you have to take them?
What we got? Was it RPM Steakhouse? I think down there. So they had a good time.
I'm going there tonight.
And the waiter got a real good tip too. So
I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna order what Jeremy got.
They ordered everything on the menu
last year. Wow. Dude, I got to tell you, man, I'm jealous. I was telling everybody here earlier, growing up in the P in Ontario, man, I was a huge Chicago Bears fan. So this is for them, but this is also for me. What's it like to get to put that helmet on and play here? Such a great franchise, the Chicago Bears.
Like I said, it's truly a blessing. So when I first time ran the tunnel, it's a lot of tradition.
It's 50. It's
playing running back, with all the running backs that came through here.
Bearable.
It's like a truly blessing.
It's bearable. Get it?
It's a great city. They love the Bears. Once we get Green Bay down a couple times, that's what they want, man. Just continue. and I'm going to continue to do that and beat Green Bay and take us to the playoffs.
Well, right out of Michigan State, this guy got on the field early for the Bears. Had a lot of big moments last year. Certainly in the second half of the season, we got a highlight package to kind of recap on some of the things Jeremy Langford did with the Bears coming up.
Well, he's sitting down. He's tall. He's like 6'3".
This is what's great about Jeremy. It's not just catching handoffs. There's the wheel route that Vaughn and I were just talking about. A little extension. How many of those drills you do in practice all week? These receiving drills. .442, is that what you said?
That's it right there. 80 yards.
It's not too bad, Astro.
Someone just said that's the reason they moved to LA.
It'll crowd up pretty soon.
That last highlight. There it is again. Ooh, low blow, low blow. You know, you played at Michigan State. You had mentioned you'd played in a pro-style offense where you guys spent a lot of time, lining up in the eye. You had a quarterback understudy. You had to do a lot of running between the tackles. What was the biggest difference for you at the next level playing the running back position?
Really how fast the holes close. The speed of the game, man. The speed of the game and the defensive linemen. I think defensive linemen are a lot smarter, a lot more athletic, and they move fast. So the holes close a lot faster. So really just got to,
blue line, gotcha.
Whatever you see, you got to get it. Go get the 4 yard because that's very important in the NFL.
When we were showing that highlight package, was there highlights against the Broncos on that? There was one. There was one. I remember because I remember they played each other this year. He did. It was a 17-15 game, if I'm not mistaken. Was it a double OT game?
He blew it. We didn't get the 2-point conversion on him at the end of the game.
So what do you? I want to ask you guys what you remember about because you had over 10 carries in that game. You had a pretty good workload.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any rendezvous on the field that day that you remember?
I'm getting after Jay. I'm trying to get
He knows his job. He's like, dude, they don't pay me to tackle running backs.
Yeah, it's packed.
I mean, if I'm tackling him all day, it's gonna be a long day.
Good thing I'm skinny,
I gotta get to the
Amy. Good thing I'm skinny.
Some turnovers. So I do remember him scoring though. It was a hard-fought game and went all the way down to the last minute.
For you as a running back, I mean, if you think the one thing they always say is, I mean, it's natural when you guys have the ball in your hands because that's what you've been doing all your life, right? Not a lot of guys are great at catching the ball. Certainly, you have those skills. Explain to people how difficult pass protection is, especially when there's guys like that they're asking you to block.
Oh yeah, it's rough. I think the first thing about pass is just a mindset. When you got going there, when you're going against people like mine and other linebackers on the team, it's a mindset. So really just, I kind of go with the mindset is low man wins. You go in there and get low and give it all you got to give Jay Cutler it's a couple more seconds to throw the ball. That's really what it's about. It's a mindset.
You start getting mad at offensive coordinators when they game plan to be isolated one-on-one against Von Miller. Unfortunately, against the Broncos, though, I mean, you got to pick your poison. You're getting him. You're getting DeMarcus Ware on the other side. So someone's going to get isolated one-on-one. That's just like one of those, like, come on, man moments.
Oh, yeah, that's good defense. So you really got to pick your poison with everybody on that defense.
Really interesting having you two guys here because, of course, John Fox, who was my defensive coordinator with the New York Giants, he drafted you. And now, of course, John Fox, the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. So as a guy that's played under him, what would you tell the fans? What would you tell a guy like Jeremy about their brand new coach?
I mean, I was just sitting there talking about Coach Fox. Coach Fox, he was a huge part of my foundation as a player. He came in and showed me what the game is all about. He's going to get whatever it is that you got out of you, and he's able to relate to the players. I think that's extremely important.
Oh, that's not good.
Especially in today's game. He's able to relate to everybody in the locker room, and he's going to change the organization around. Ever since we got Coach Fox, we won division title after division title. And I expect him to do the same thing here with the Bears.
What could you tell, Jeremy, the Bears fans looking ahead to 2016? Brand new coach.
Playoffs.
Obviously a big day today.
Super Bowl.
The 11th pick in the first round. There's a lot of value to be taken there. There's some holes on defense.
Super Bowl.
A lot of people talked about skill positions on offense. What can people look forward to about this upcoming season for Chicago?
Well, just like you said, we got John Fox and Ryan Pace in the office is doing a great job last season.
Yeah, that's Jesse Palmer.
We're going to win a lot of games.
I'm only joking. Bears won't go to the Super Bowl.
The Broncos.
Now with Cutler.
We're going to win a lot of games. We'll continue to get better and build in this year's draft.
I like their team. I just don't like Cutler.
That's what I was going to say. Just for the short time I was with them, we only had him, I think, for a year or 2 years by the time I got to the New York Giants. But there may not be a better player's
Hopefully the Bears make the playoffs.
And John, I mean, people love to play for this guy, whether it's been in New York on defense, whether it was in Carolina when he took him to a Super Bowl. So I think Chicago fans should be very happy of what you guys have coming up. What's your gut feeling tell you?
Right.
What do you think the
I was
Bears
at the
go today
championship
with
game
the 11th pick?
when they played the Packers, and he was on the bike in the second half.
I have no idea, man. I try to play football and let the people upstairs do what they got to do, but I know whatever they do is going to